Man, it's crazy, guys. If you check out what's going on in San Francisco, Valencia Street, this is like their most popular street. Now, if you guys go to any city, any major party hub, you're going to have to go to the bars, the restaurants. You get the idea. Like, those are going to be the most popular areas. And Valencia Street is kind of like the place in San Francisco, where all the bars, all the restaurants are. This is like a little bit like a party area because people like to go bar hopping. And of course, with office workers not being back, this street, which used to be extremely vibrant, is now shutting down. In fact, it's getting so bad. Even food article websites are coming out with articles like, oh, check out all the restaurants that are vacant on Valencia Street. And they list like 30 different restaurants and bars. And it just kind of shows you that San Francisco is getting really, really screwed up. Guys, the Mission is actually a pretty cool place. If you guys ever been here before the pandemic, it was a pretty vibrant place. A lot of young people, a lot of office bros, a lot of tech bros. They like this area because of like the numerous amount of restaurants, bars, every single street. There's always something that's very, very good. And almost all the shops here are very unique and very delicious. But now if you check out some of these videos, right? Look at this. This is Valencia Street now. And look at how empty this is, right? Not a lot of people on the floor. There's even a lot of rubbish on the floor as well. You got just a few groups of people here and there. Now, there's no tents, but you do see the damage of what's happening to San Francisco. You're actually seeing a lot of office workers not coming back. There's about, 200,000 office workers not coming back in San Francisco? That's a pretty enormous amount. And look at these empty streets here, okay? Where do you see the people? There's nobody, okay? In most of these stores, a lot of these are empty or they're about to be empty. This is a ghost town. This isn't some random street that you see on San Francisco. This is supposed to be a street where it's supposed to be packed with a bunch of people. There's supposed to be traffic and stuff like that. But it's just getting worse and worse. You got like graffiti on the side here and there. A lot of these stores are closed. And overall, not a good vibe, right? And that's sad for Valencia Street because this is the reason why a lot of these stores are leaving. They don't really get any foot traffic. Another thing is domestic tourism is down. There is no American in the U.S. that I know of is going to San Francisco for vacation. In fact, the San Francisco vacation industry is so bad that if you check out the Airbnb guys, pre-pandemic, out of 30 nights, they could easily rent out like 28 out of the 30 nights in a month. Now they're only renting out 2 to 3 nights in a single month. And it's only getting worse, guys. This type of footage is not unique to Valencia Street. It's unique to pretty much the Bay Area, in my opinion. And the Bay Area is really suffering. You got low transit. Golden Gate Bridge barely has anyone going through it anymore. The amount of car traffic, foot traffic in San Francisco is truly on an all-time low. And this sucks for the city because I've been here several times, and I think it's pretty lit. Now check this out. Bay Area cities saw the largest dip in home prices over the past year. And this is crazy because San Francisco prices are also dropping every single year. San Francisco office buildings, some of them selling for 50 to 80% off, and prices are dropping like a rock. We're also seeing vacancies like no other. The U.S. economy is actually pretty strong because unemployment is actually pretty low. But with other cities doing so well, San Francisco is supposed to do well, right? Psych. San Francisco is having vacant skyscrapers, empty trains. San Francisco is taking one of the biggest beatings I've ever seen for a city. And it's just all based on policy, right? Policies where if people just, defecate on the sidewalk, people litter, people do nasty stuff in San Francisco, people rob, shoplifting, car theft, and the city doesn't care, then this is completely screwed up. And the crazy part about San Francisco isn't the crime, guys. There's crime obviously everywhere, right? Every city has crime. But a lot of cities around the world, they're very strict on crime. And if someone commits a crime, they go after them. San Francisco is like, nah, we're not going to go after anyone. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy high theft worth hundreds of thousands of dollars it's like a group thing too. And guess what? The city doesn't care. There's nothing being done. And also, the homeless population is growing like crazy in San Francisco. But is San Francisco doing something about it? Absolutely not. And that is what worries me, right? Because I've always thought San Francisco, they're all about that, caring about people type of deal. And they're not even using the money efficiently at all. I mean, you probably have heard of the story of the $1.7 million toilet. They made like this $1.7 million area for public restrooms. Let me rephrase that. Remove the S. It's public restroom. If there's only one toilet for $1.7 million, it really doesn't make any sense how a city is spending this much money, but nothing ever gets done. And you're here as a tech worker, or you're here owning a startup, you're paying almost 50% in taxes every year, and the city is just deteriorating before your eyes. And you're like, I can't stay here anymore, I'm going to leave. And several other cities are leaving as well. Guys, crime has shot up, which is one of the reasons why Valencia Street, who used to be so vibrant and so prominent, is now very empty. This is not normal, guys. This is supposed to be a time in the day where there's going to be a lot of foot traffic. This isn't some nothing street. This is supposed to be a very famous street. It's supposed to be a street where there's a bunch of restaurants and bars and stuff like that, where people are supposed to be out partying all day. But not really. It's just going to get worse and worse. You know, crime has shot up. This is why 200,000 office workers aren't coming back, right? And if you look at the train stations for the BART, it's super empty when it's getting dropped off in San Francisco. Look at the bus transits, it's super empty as well. And a lot of tech workers are literally sending in papers telling their bosses to please let them start working online. People don't want to go here. And plus, real estate prices are dropping. There's very little investment, and the number of new business permits in the Bay Area is super low, and it's extremely low for places like Oakland and San Francisco. High taxes, complex weaves and laws to get a business set up, and then if your business gets robbed, well, good luck to you, right? Nothing's really going to be done. And San Francisco Police Unit Chief blames defund movement for city's lawlessness. Guys, they allocated like $120 million from the police department in San Francisco. They're down about like 600, 700 police officers alone. Not to mention the 911 guys and other auxiliary and support crew to go along with the police department. They're barely getting any funding, okay? Now funding is slowly trickling in, but it's a little too late in my opinion, because this scene like this is already being spread out. You know, at first San Francisco was pretty lame. You know, now it's even worse. It used to just be around the Tenderloin district, and it used to be in the innards of the Tenderloin district. Now it's spreading out to the Civic Center. You're seeing this in Nob Hill. You're seeing this in downtown San Francisco, where it's not supposed to be there. And San Francisco, it sucks, man. Like, I feel bad for people who are forced to live here, who are forced to work here. And this is why we're seeing records amounts of companies leaving San Francisco. And I guarantee you, Elon Musk is going to move Twitter out very, very soon. I think he's trolling. There's no way he's staying in San Francisco. He's definitely out. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.